Essays are painful, no doubt about it. English grammar and spelling alone is frustrating and confusing enough. But then you have to consider the topic of choice, the tone of your writing, who your audience is, the stylistic choices you should go with. I mean, first you've got grammar and spelling trying to trip you up. Then you have to figure out your topic, your tone, your audience. Like, why is there so much to think about just to write a few pages? Yeah, writing can feel overwhelming. But hey, I'm Cassie, an animator and writer, and I'm here to make this whole essay writing thing way less painful, and maybe even a little fun. Because here's the truth. Nobody starts off as a perfect writer. And I get it. Writing can feel boring, frustrating, even kind of pointless sometimes. But it doesn't have to stay that way. With a few simple tips, some helpful tricks, and a better understanding of the basics, you can actually start to enjoy the process and get better at it too. Now you might be thinking, okay, Cassie, how are you supposed to help me if you don't even know my topic or my class? Fair question. But the thing is, strong writing skills work for any topic, any class, and any teacher. I can't promise you a perfect grade, but I can promise this. If you stick with me and apply what you learn, your writing will improve. Want to know how? Then let's get started. The first thing we should talk about is the order in which one should write their paper. This can be divided into three main steps: the groundwork, the writing, and the editing. The groundwork. Groundwork includes examining the instructions, choosing or refining your topic, and research. Lots and lots of research. And I don't mean one sketchy website you found in 30 seconds, I mean real research. In this stage, you should also construct your thesis statement, as well as an outline. No thesis, no direction, no outline, enjoy staring at a blinking cursor for 2 hours. Doing all of this before you even begin putting the proverbial pen to paper will help the actual writing go way more quickly and smoothly. The writing. This is where people panic, but if you did the groundwork, you're chilling. This is when we actually begin to write the paper, and it starts with the intro paragraph. The intro paragraph is the attention grabber and what entices the reader to actually want to read the entire paper. This is also where your thesis statement will be. Next is the body. The length and how many paragraphs are needed vary to the instructions your teacher provides, but typically your second paragraph will include some historical background as to why your topic is important. The rest of the body is all in support of your thesis statement. And finally, the conclusion. This is your mic drop. Your conclusion should connect back to that intro and tie everything together, like the final piece to a puzzle to form that amazing picture. It should reflect your entire paper and make your point crystal clear. And now we come to the editing portion, the step everybody rushes and then wonders why their grade suffers. When you finish writing that conclusion paragraph, you've only finished draft 1, and now you need to begin writing your second draft. This is where you need to be tough on yourself and begin polishing your paper even more, smoothing out the rough areas and making sure everything points back to the thesis statement and also makes sense. Then comes the third draft. The third draft is going through your paper one more time and making it sparkle. You don't normally have to make many changes because you already did that in the second draft. The third draft is more like making sure there are no more grammar issues and the paper runs perfectly smooth. And finally, the bibliography. I included this in the editing portion because not every paper needs one, but if it is required, it is imperative that you include it. And that's it. All that's left is to turn it in. Sounds pretty doable and easy, right? See? As long as you know the path you are walking and you have the correct tools to remove the obstacles, the headaches will disappear and that awesome grade you're striving for will be within your grasp. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Understanding the steps is one thing. Actually putting them into practice is a whole different challenge. And that's why we'll be breaking these steps down even further in the next several videos. I'll be showing you how to write a paper, one with a bibliography, and we'll go through all the difficulties and challenges together so you can see how it's done, and then write your own paper. Because once you've figured out the formula and know how to execute it, you'll be able to write any paper that comes your way. For the purpose of this series of writing, I'm going to start off with how to write an argumentative paper. And if you don't know what that is yet, that's okay. We'll discuss the different kinds of papers in an upcoming video. To be a bit more specific though, this paper should include a thesis statement and have a clear, concise argument backed up with plenty of research. And let's make the paper be about 10 pages long, not including the bibliography. That seems like a lot, but trust me, This way, we'll cover a lot of different writing materials. As for sources go, let's make it have a minimum of 3 book resources and 4 articles that needs to be cited. It'll be an MLA format because, let's be honest, is there really a better format than MLA? Anyways, this is a pretty good setup for my own personal instructions that I'll refer back to from time to time. Oh, and while we'll be using MLA, I'll be sure to cover the other writing formats as well in a later video. Now, you might have noticed that the topic of our paper was not specified. That's because we'll be talking about how to choose a topic in the next video. For now, these instructions are enough for me to begin writing. Curious about what the topic of our paper will be? Then like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.